So today we are looking at the Titan Linux. So let's quickly boot it in a live boot. So this is not a latest release or the latest Linux distro. The ISO file was released like a year ago in 2022. So I'm running it on a virtual machine with 4 GB of RAM, 60 GB of hard disk, and my CPU is a i5 1240p. So I didn't get any of the topics today, so that's the reason I'm making this video on the Titan Linux. Even it's not a latest release, I didn't make any video on that, so that's the reason. And to be honest, I didn't have any topics, so that's the reason I'm going to make this video. So if you have any topics about the Linux distros, do let me know in the comment section. I will try to make that video. So do let me know that it should be like not the well-known Linux distro. It should be like a unique or people who don't know about that Linux distro. So do recommend that type of Linux distro, so we can make a video on it. So here is the Titan Linux desktop. So it took almost like a 3 to 4 minutes to load up the desktop. So let's first change the display settings and let's go to the task manager or system monitor. So let's first go with the system monitor and then open the display settings. So I didn't run any of the applications. So first application is the system monitor or a cases card. So we can see how much of resources it consumes in the beginning of the video. And I'm going to place the system monitor in the right side corner throughout the video, so you can see all the changes. So right now the CPU is almost below 20% and the RAM is almost like a 530 MB of 4 GB. So these are all the process table. So these are all the process running right now in the beginning of the video, or when we started up or when we booted up the Linux distro. 230 process memory is here. So let's first change the display setting. System settings. Let's find display settings here, display and monitor. I think we need to double click, I guess. Let's try to change the display resolution. So there is now no 1920 into 1080. Let's go with 1360 into 768. And this is the old KDE Plasma version, so it doesn't work with the display. It happens every time in my PC. Even though I have the latest 12 gen, we still have this problem. Let's try to change another resolution. You can't change it, it will get back to as it is. The default should be like a 800 into 600, I guess. So let's try to keep it as like this. Let's go with the system information. Again, need to double click, I guess. So Titan Linux Cronus, designed by Matthew Moore. So let's ignore that and let's see all the information. KDE Plasma version you get is a 5.25 20.5. So this is like a 2022 ISO file, so that's the reason they have all the older version. So I don't think they are giving some updates or something like that. I think it's almost discontinued, I guess. So I don't have any information about this. So let's try to open their website, which is techcave.webs.com. So I'm going to show you how to download if you want to try it. So again, this is almost 2 years ISO file which was released 2 years ago, so keep that in mind. So if you want to try it, you can try it on like a virtual machine or some PC which you don't use for main PC or work PC. You can test it on that. So it's clearly up to you and it's your decision. So let's close this thing. Let's put the system monitor aside so you can see all the changes like that. Let's open the Firefox web browser. So it's almost like a 620 MB. in the RAM, and the CPU is almost not the stable, but it's okay. It is taking a lot of time to open the Firefox web browser, and here we have the web browser. So let's type in about and support to get some of the information, and hit enter. So the version you get for Firefox is 91.9.0. I think right now the latest version it should be like a 127, I guess. So these are all the old version, and the kernel you get is a 5.10. So if you want, you can pause the video or slow down the video if you want to read everything. You can slow down the video in YouTube settings, which is playback speed. The default playback speed should be like a 1.0. Change it to 0.25, and you can see in a slow-mo. So the resolution is 800 to 600. So these are some of the important information in my point of view, but it's different for you. So if you think it's important, you can just pause the video. If it's not, you can just skip that part. So let's go to the official website now, which is let's type in Titan Linux and hit enter. So let's first go to the SourceForge, and let's go to their official website next. So we have security updates. Let me show you the updates. So here you can download the ISO file. Here is some of the description for the Titan Linux. Debian Stable base, stable 5.10 kernel, and the official website will be bottom side, or the first link which you found in Google. It's also the same URL. So as you can see, so this is the official website. So this is some of the information about the Titan Linux. All these things, Calamares Installer, although very lightweight it says. So I'm going to show you the system monitor throughout the video, so it's clearly up to you, and it's clearly you can easily judge whether it's a lightweight or a heavy resource consuming app, heavy resource consuming Linux system. So let's go to the files. So you have only one folder, which is Titan Linux. The date is modified 2022 510, which is almost on June July it will be like almost 2 years. So here is the ISO file. The file size is around like a 2.7 GB, and the downloads are just 24, including mine. So the version you get is Titan Linux 1.2.1 Cronus stable ISO. So this is the official website. So this was the downloading process. So if you want, you can just click on this link, and it takes like a 5 seconds, and you should be downloaded the file. You can download the ISO file after 5 seconds. So here is the ISO file. If you want to save it, you can save it anywhere you want. So let's close the browser. So these are all the updates you get, all the latest updates you get. It's almost like a 347 MB, almost 350 MB. More information. So this is the version you get. So these are all the updates you get from the Titan Linux. Let's close this thing also. As you can see, it's 650 MB almost. I think it's a lightweight. You can call it as a lightweight because it's just using 646 MB, but it's a 2 years old ISO file. I don't know whether to use this Linux distro on your main PC or work PC. I don't recommend, but it's clearly up to you. So again, you get all the KDE Plasma old version. So I don't think I need to explain everything because you already know all the older version of KDE Plasma. So let's try to open the terminal or console. So here is complete information of Titan Linux. So let's type in inxi. So here is some of the information. inxi-b. I'm not going to read everything because it's going to take a lot of time. You can just pause the video and read if anything is important for you, like a display and a server, VMWGFX, all those things, some of the important things for some of the viewers. So let me type in inxi-G, hit enter. Here is some of the information again. Let's type in cat:/etc/issue. Hit enter. It's Debian New Linux 11. Again, the latest Debian version is Debian 12.4 bookworm. So let's type in inxi-F. You get some of the information again here. Instead of all this thing, you can just type in inxi-sv8. You get all the information in one command. Hit enter. You'll get all the information, complete distro information in one command. You get like a process, memory, Bluetooth network, and CPU, all those things like this. As you can see, graphics, every information will be in front of you, as you can see. So let's type in desktop. Everything is already pre-installed, so you don't need to install the inxi or neofetch or anything like that. Everything is already installed, including desktop. That's pretty awesome. But if they're releasing the latest ISO files, that would be a good idea, but you don't get latest ISO files, so let's leave it like that. So the installation, you already know how to install the in the Linux distro, but I'm going to show you in like a run through in a fast. So here is the Calamares installer of Titan Linux Cronus. So about Calamares installer 3.2.36. First, you need to choose your language. As usual in every Linux distro, there is nothing new or anything complicated here. Choose your location by clicking on map, or you can choose the drop down menu. Click on next. Choose your keyboard. Choose your language of the keyboard. Click on next. Partitions, if you choose the virtual disk, you can choose the virtual disk, or you can choose the hard disk, whatever hard disk you have. If you have like a multiple hard disk, you need to click on this and you should be seeing a multiple hard disk. And you have the option of swap, or you have the manual partitioning, which is like a option to install or alongside the current operating system, like a dual boot operating system. You can dual boot in the manual partitioning. So if you choose erase disk, it's going to delete the current operating system or the current files in the hard disk, and it's going to install on that system or on that hard disk. So if you encrypt the system, you need to provide the both the password in the boxes, which should be same in the both the boxes. And bootloader location, you can keep the default, you can choose any other option, or you can do that later. It's clearly up to you. Click on next, and here you need to create a username and the password, all those things. So let me type in like that. Let's type in random password. So again, this is the oldest ISO file, like 2 years ago, so it's clearly up to you. Again and saying again and again, because it's an old ISO file, so that's the reason I'm trying to warn you. So let's type in run boxing. So if everything is going good, you should be seeing a tick mark. You already know all those things, so let's click on next. Here is the summary of whatever you choose in the previous steps of installation. So if everything is good, you can click on install and you're good to go. It should be installed in a 5-10 minutes. It completely depends on your PC. If you have a low-end PC, it should be quick. It should be more or less, but if you have a high-end PC, it should be very quick. So after doing all those things, the RAM went up to 715, CPU went it's still under 10-15%, so that's good. Let's go to the file manager. So let's check the file system. Let's go to sys kernel. You can check all the files. You can, if you want, you can modify if you want, do anything here. It's clearly up to you. lib32, lib64, games, all those things. You already know all these things, so no need to show everything. So let's check the version about the Dolphin. Here is the version of the Dolphin, which is 20.12.2. So all the applications you get are here. Let me show you all the applications. Under the internet, under the multimedia, under the office, settings, system, Titan toolbox. So these are all from the Titan itself, like a system updater, tweak tool. Let's see the tweak tool. So here is the tweak tool of the Titan. So I think that's it, I guess, because you don't have any like a image editor app or the office suite like a LibreOffice or something like that to open and see all the RAM. But let's try to open some of the apps which are already available here, and let's open like maybe 5-10 apps and see whether the RAM will handle, or the Linux distro will handle properly, or it should crash or do something like that. Let's hope it doesn't do anything like that, because the ISO file was released 2 years ago. So I didn't update or I didn't download anything latest here. So let's try. I hope it works smoothly. So till now we don't see any lag or anything like that. Everything is working properly. Even it's old ISO file, you still see everything opening instantly. So there is no lag or anything like that. Let's go to system. We have anything here to open? Let's open K Wallet Manager. Let's see the system or the system monitor. It went up to 1 GB almost, and CPU is almost pretty stable, around 15% or below 15%, as you can see. But RAM went to 970 MB, which is almost 1 GB, just for like maybe 5 to 6 apps. So it's pretty lightweight, to be honest, still. But you need to consider that you need to remember that it's a old ISO file, so it's clearly your judgment to use this Linux distro or not. So let's close everything and end the video here. Move on package manager. So here is all the changes or packages. Installed packages will be highlighted like a blue mark. Let me show you that, like this mark, installed. So it will be like highlighted with a green font. So this is the version you get. Let's close this thing. Let's quit it. About 0.4.18. Let's even close this thing. VLC media player. Let's close image viewer. So at the end of the video, these are all the system resources, and these are all the process tab. As you can see, I think that's the end of the video. So if you know any unique Linux distro or unknown Linux distro which I didn't make in my channel, you can recommend that in the comment section. I pretty much covered everything almost. I made like a 2.5k videos, almost 2500 videos on my channel. So if you know any unknown Linux distro, you can let me know in the comment section. Try to search in my channel about that Linux distro. If I didn't make a video on that, you can recommend that ISO file. I will make a video on it. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. It helps make a good content for you. Other than that, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out. So I'll be making 2 videos daily without missing any day. So if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. If you don't want, you can just watch the video and you can check others channel. I don't have any problem. So again, peace out.